If you have a neck or a shoulder injury, of course, you want to go to physical therapy, you want to rehab the injury, and you want to make your body more resilient. And when you come in, often you start with hands-on or manual therapy, and that does a lot to reduce the pain. And then you start with basic stabilization exercises because that helps, if you're in a lot of pain, you don't want to progress too fast. So physical therapists, they give stuff like rotator cuff exercises and band pull-aparts and maybe some shoulder blade squeezes. All very good. I give those exercises too, but eventually you want to progress to more intense exercises. You want to do compound movements and you want to do heavy carries because you need to mimic everyday life. You need to make yourself strong enough so when you go out into the world and you're carrying your child or you're lifting your luggage in the overhead compartment or you're carrying groceries, you want to make sure that your neck or your shoulder doesn't get hurt again. So I'm going to show you some of my favorite ones. Of course, this is not a complete list, but these are the ones that are very, very good that help do just that. For these compound movements and these carries, your shoulder and your neck have to be stable while you're carrying heavier weight and you're doing more complicated things. That's why they're important. It's a common complaint or a common thing that people want to do and they say they can't do it anymore is they want to lift their luggage in the overhead compartment. So if you do overhead shoulder press like that, that's a very good one. Another one is bent over rows. Excellent exercise. Push-ups are also good. Excellent, excellent idea. Other good options are heavy carries, which oftentimes are not utilized in the clinic. So one heavy carry, overhead holds like this. So with a carry, you just hold the weight above your head, and you walk with it. A variation of the overhead hold is a waiter carry, so just one arm, like that. So this is very important. As you can imagine, this really does a lot to make the shoulder stable, help stabilize the neck. Your trunk has to be upright when you do it, and your shoulder blade has to be very steady as well. A big favorite are farmer walks. So you hold the weight like this, okay? You squeeze your shoulder blades back just a little bit, and again, you have to have upright posture. You have to have an upright trunk. Your shoulder has to be steady. And you just walk around with it. Very good to help stabilize the shoulder and stabilize your neck. So a lot of times when you're carrying things in everyday life, if you're carrying a child or if you're carrying a box, you carry it like this. So a sandbag is the best thing, but a lot of times gyms don't have sandbags. So just a good solution is just get 2 dumbbells like this and you carry them like this. Again, you want to have a slight squeeze of the shoulder blades when you're doing it. I'm just gonna walk around. Another one you can do, even though it's thought of as a leg exercise, you're still using your arms and you have to keep yourself from shrugging and you have to have your neck steady, or deadlifts, because you're picking something up off the floor. There's plenty of people that hurt their shoulders and their neck doing just that. So even though, again, it's thought of as a leg exercise, it's probably a good idea to do it in clinic if that's how you hurt yourself or if you know that picking heavy stuff off the floor is a problem.